So let me start with this. This is, I mean, obviously, this was ridiculous because he was obviously knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay, because she did the X thing and she's holding his neck up. All right, and he wasn't moving at all. And
So why did they let Konnan? Why did they let him continue?
We got to go with the story. I don't know if you've been following Twitter today, right? So there's a lot of moving parts here. So the first thing I did, okay, when is to see if he was, see if he was hurt. I went to Rebby Hardy's Twitter, and she hadn't tweeted anything yet, right?
Yes, man. Yeah.
So I guess he was down. Okay, you saw this, right, Konnan?
Yeah.
Okay, they're claiming that the doctor came out and he was cleared.
Yeah.
And I was watching the doctor with it, and I'm like, where's the concussion protocol going on here?
Right.
It's like the next thing you know, he's stumbling around and stuff. He was obviously complaining.
Well, how could he have cleared him like that? I almost feel like Matt said, "Can you continue?" Yes, and he continued.
Real quick, when he was stumbling around and he obviously was at him and he couldn't get his footing, and Guevara was trying to help him, he lost him, and Hardy fell again and hit the back. You saw
almost hit his back. Yeah, almost hit his back. I don't know. Right. I mean, like this was just a complete clusterfuck. But let me go. So obviously we're all in agreement what happened here. But let me tell you something. I've talked about it all the time. And, when stuff like this happens, everybody says, boy, you've been talking about this a lot. It's like, bro, there's just not a lot of common sense involved with injury risk. Like, you're on a like, seriously, if you're watching a fight, how did two guys get up on the scaffold? It looks like they're just going up there just to do this stunt. Bro, these guys, they come to the building. They have an idea for a stunt, which stuntmen should be doing. It's my understanding they actually had two stuntmen there that helped them like do the thing like a couple times the day before to practice, right? Yeah. So it's like, okay, you've got an idea for a stunt. I go, but this is wrestling. I go, you should come in with the idea, okay, we're gonna fight and stuff. Not everybody has an idea for a stunt. And I'm just telling you, someday the stunt is just gonna be because they let them do them all. Like nobody says, no, you can't do that, you might get killed. And one of these days, it's just somebody's going to break their neck or it's going to happen. But let's go forward. So afterwards, Tony Khan is saying that he stopped the match, which they did, and they said he got cleared and he got ready to continue. Okay. So from the time the show ended for the time that match was done, the show ended. Rebby was tweeting, "Fuck this is ridiculous. What the fuck are they doing? They're trying, everybody in that goddamn building should be ashamed of themselves, right?"
Yeah.
So he goes to the building in the media scrum. In the media scrum after the show, Tony Khan says he's going to be fine. Yeah. He's going to be fine. Then why is he the hot? Okay, so that's what he said in the media scrum when asked by the referees. Rebby comes back on Twitter today. She tweets 1,000%. Matt has a concussion. Okay. Then a few hours later, Matt, what's his name? Is Tony Khan is tweeting, Matt's out of the thing, fine, thank God. I go, he's fine. He does not have a concussion. We will see him Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So your wife, the guy's wife, is saying he's got 1,000% concussion. Okay. You're saying he doesn't, and he's going to be on the show Wednesday. Yeah. I'm like, bro, all the dirt sheet guys are on it because obviously it's a story. I put hashtag Hardygate because now it's a controversy. Well, the guy, he's in the NFL. He works for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He should know concussion protocol and head injury stuff. Everything. It's just I don't know. That's my take on it.
Especially with any layman watching, anyone who has never wrestled or isn't an expert on concussions, anybody that was watching their TV can go concussion. Right. From the way he landed and the way he was moving afterwards. There's no doubt about it. And to me, I'm sorry to cut you off, Rob. Before anyone else, I just wanted to say that when not only did they let the match continue, right, but they let this guy heavily concussed climb that fucking tower. I was like, holy shit, dude. Couldn't they have finished the way?
Bro, imagine if he passed out up there.
Now, there was Rebby Hardy went after Brian Alvarez before we started. He wrote that he was out and she goes, funny, neither I nor Matt have even talked to you.
No one's talked to you, Brian.
Yeah.
But I've had, unfortunately, before I had a job, I slipped and fell. I had a concussion somewhere. I hit the back of my head. Mm-hmm. They put me on a flat board and took me to the hospital. I had a stinger. I couldn't move. Yeah. That's why I was so.
He was knocked out.
Yes,
that's it. I mean, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, come on. It's like we're not stupid, This
is the thing that got to me. That doctor's walking with him. He couldn't even walk down the fucking aisle. He was
he cleared him when the guy couldn't even stand on his own 2 feet.
And then you're going to send him on that tower. And
then the next day you're going to say he doesn't have a concussion. He's out of the hospital. It's ridiculous. Come on.
Can you imagine if he gets diagnosed with concussion and then he's out for a while, he's having headaches, he gets the post concussion shit.
Yeah,
Rebby will sue the balls off them.
Bro, he's coming off. Bro, it's not a few weeks ago. He got a chair right in his skull and cut it and blasted his skull open.
Yeah,
he's gotten 2 serious head traumas in the past 3 weeks. They're trying to tell me
it was kind of weird because I almost felt like, and this is like getting a little bit deeper into it, but I almost felt like maybe he got up and they told him, hey, you just really, you just got knocked out. Are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I feel good. And then he maybe could have been like when he was stumbling, he could have been working it because he was stumbling extra, or he could have been legitimately doing it.
Right, I didn't know if he was working or not.
But what I didn't understand is how could a doctor clear him right then and there and know it wasn't a concussion?
When we're sitting there looking at the doctor with him, and the doctor was sitting there saying, it was like the doctor wasn't doing any concussion protocol with the guy,
because they'll tell the referee. The guy that's at the Gorilla will go, ask Matt if he's all right. Hey, they want to know. Yeah, I can continue. But every wrestler is going to say that.
Guarantee it's all the happened.
Right. But here's the bad part. They send him to the hospital, and now they're trying to cover up maybe if Rebby's correct that he didn't have a concussion, so much so that he's going to show up Wednesday. I highly doubt they'll have him wrestle on Wednesday.
I would hope
he might just be doing a promo.
Bro, there's no way Rebby's going to even let him go to that show.
But here's the thing. If this gets out, this is really going to look bad on them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're kind of like a snowflake thing.
Oh, that was going to be my point.
Because
go ahead, Roberto.
Yeah.
My point was going to be that, and I paid for the show. I buy their merch. Like AEW is the primary wrestling that I don't even watch WWE anymore.
Right.
But if you're going to be the promotion that bans Linda McMahon from coming to your show because of something that she said, you're going to suspend Sammy without pay because of something he did years ago. Jimmy Havoc is fired. Excalibur for things that he did decades ago. Right,
Hogan's wife.
Right, you're going to be that promotion, and then you allow Matt Hardy to continue, and then do an even more dangerous spot by climbing after you. Like everybody knows, none of us. I don't know if you guys are doctors, but I'm not a doctor, right? But I've seen enough people knocked out to know that he was out. And Tony Khan, and that's all on Tony Khan. Tony Khan's not a doctor, but he's the owner. He's the promoter. That's his show. So if he said that he called that match off, there should have been no reason.
And you know what, Roberto? They would have gotten over with the fans if they would have stopped it
even
right
more,
there, just taking
even
them
more.
out.
And everybody and the announcers were already moving on, like the match was over. There was no need to restart the match.
Aubrey's expression is what showed me that he was hurt far where I thought he was just knocked out. But when her facial expression, when she looked down at him, there was she was really, she threw the axe.
So could you imagine the video? There was like a pool of blood that was forming under his butt, under the back of his head. Like if that would have been like,
he was very lucky, bro. He was very lucky. And so was the company. Here's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Tell me if it's just me over analyzing it, or do you guys get this vibe too? When I see somebody falling like Sammy does through a thing, and we all know it's padded underneath, it's almost like anticlimactic to me. Like, that really wasn't a bump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do any of you get that vibe?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
they just did a stunt.
Right.
It wasn't like real.
Right.
In WWE, they'll put somebody through whatever, and you'll actually see packing peanuts.
Yeah. Jared, what did you think?
Yeah, just the thing, obviously very scary, but it just really pissed me off that I saw a lot of comments on Twitter as well as like a couple of journalists saying that, oh, it was all an angle. I'm like, clearly it's not. If you look at the replays, the way his shoulders and his head smacked on the concrete. And then the scariest part was when he was stumbling and kept falling down a couple of times. Like, I'm like, obviously it's not a work, but still everybody thinks everything in wrestling is storyline driven.
I thought that Jim Ross was going to say, well, somebody stopped the damn match. Enough's enough.
He kind of did. He's like, yo, someone's health should take precedent. Him and Tony were both saying it.
Right.
And let me also say this. I was not a fan of their feud going into this match, and I hope it's over.
It's snake pit.
I think
one thing